Welcome back to News 2 at 10. Victims of child sex abuse crimes face a difficult dilemma. Most have a relationship with their abuser and are fearful to share the secret for many reasons. In our day-long series, Darkest Secret, News 2's Alex Dennis sits down with a survivor who explains why, as a young teen, she felt trapped in a horrific situation and hopes more people recognize what these children experience.
I feel somewhat okay. I don't really know what a normal okay is supposed to feel like.
Surrounded by calm on a comfortable afternoon, Lene remembers a time when chaos consumed her life.
I didn't know what sexual abuse was. I'd never heard about molestation. I didn't even know that what he was doing was a crime.
Especially since the alleged abuser was a trusted family friend.
He was a very loved man in the church, and many people looked up to him.
Targeted, young Lene became the object of desire.
I was groomed for a period of several years, and I know that for certain because after his first attack, he told me. It was sort of like he was bragging about it, about all the effort he went into from the time I was about 13 years old.
For 3 years, he lured the teen.
He created scavenger hunts through the church building with like little candies at the end. I asked him why. Why are you doing this? He said, I know that as a young person coming to church, you can get burned out sometimes, and so I'm trying to encourage you.
Lene explains the seemingly innocent encouragement turned criminal on a day the hunt led to an isolated area.
When I walked in the gym, I saw him peek around the corner, so I knew he was there.
She found a note.
He said, when you come down, if you want me to kiss you and take things from there, turn off the light. And I remember standing up there as a 17-year-old girl and how we were alone and how no one would hear me. I was not fast enough to run in church shoes. I was in a dress. I was supposed to be in submission and obedience and never questioning. So I walked down the stairs and I turned out the light because I didn't know what else to do.
Like so many children, Lene faced more psychological trauma.
I remember him telling me that when he was done, that I could never tell anyone, that he would make everyone hate me.
Predators are often master manipulators and play an important role in their victims' lives.
So it's a position of authority. It's someone your child has been groomed to love and respect. So there is that also conflicting emotion of, do I ruin this person's life? Especially when they're crying and begging you not to after they assault you.
Lene's experiences have shaped the way she parents her children.
My children know their body parts from a very young age. I hope they know they can always talk to us about things.
And above all, she says, believe them, protect them.
Listen very closely if a child tries to tell you that they feel like somebody is too close or makes them feel uncomfortable with hugs or whatever. It's very, very rare that a child would make up something. Do something.
Alex Dennis, News 2.
To find all of our stories from our day-long series, Darkest Secret, head to our website at WKRN.com.